What's up, foodies? We are now live. This is the Culinary Trapping Podcast. I am your co-host, Cam Kadeem. I'm here joined with the Culinary Trapping himself, Jeremy Prater. How you doing today, bro?
Yes, sir.
This is Sound Bites. Finally glad to get this stuff rolling.
Real food for real people all day, every day, 24/7. 365, maybe even 366 when it's a leap year. You know, we coming with it, baby.
Yo, facts.
You feel me?
How was your weekend, bro?
Hey, man, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I had an amazing weekend, bro. I ate so much food. I'm talking about, I made me a little, you ever heard of a charcuterie board? Charcuterie. That's what it is.
Okay. Yeah, I've seen those. That's the one with all the meats and cheeses on like this, the wooden board, right?
Yeah. So
didn't the Germans start that? It's a German thing, right? Okay.
I don't know who started, but I know niggas perfected it. I'll put it like that. That's what that comes down to.
What was all on it? You got some salami.
Yep. Man, I made two of them. I made a meat one. I did like salami, prosciutto, and almonds and smoked Gouda. And then I did like another one that was more like seafoody. I did smoked salmon, the crackers, crab dip, roasted red pepper hummus, garlic hummus, and garlic and herb spreadable cheese and basil parmesan spreadable cheese. When I tell you, it was busting, like both of them. Like,
wow. So you can just do all types of different combinations on there, right?
Oh yeah, most definitely. But it's all about presentation though, because I mean anybody can just put meat and cheese on a plate, like that ain't hard. But
I know, I seen the pictures, man. They on the Instagram.
Yep.
And man, that shit was nice.
Fire. And dropped a check this weekend, and guess what I got?
What's that?
Five Guys.
Oh man, the most expensive fast food burger place.
Yeah,
but it'll be worth it. It'd be worth it at times if you really want a good ass burger. You hit Five Guys.
They tell you the total, and you be like, "Dang, for one person."
So, what was your order at Five Guys, bro?
Man, I got the. Are you ready? I got the bacon cheeseburger. So it's 2 patties, cheese, bacon, lettuce, pickles, grilled onions, grilled mushrooms, green peppers, barbecue sauce, mayo. I think that's it.
Okay. Does Five Guys have like a secret sauce or anything like that?
Nah.
Okay.
They don't. They don't need it.
Okay, the burgers is that good. Yep.
The burgers, the fries, you get a small fry, they fill your whole bag up with fries.
Man, I ain't been in a while, but from what I remember, it was a good ass burger. Shit was just expensive. Top tier though.
Definitely top tier, man.
Man, that's what's up though, man.
Yep.
My weekend, we had my auntie, or she was my cousin. She had a birthday party. So we had crab legs going, wings, seafood pasta.
Okay.
Man, you know how black folks do when we get together and do the crawfish boil and the seafood boil, just be busting. Throw some of that Cajun seasoning in there. Man.
Yeah.
And it's one thing about seafood, when it comes to all the seafood things that you can eat, I would probably say crab is my favorite.
Which crabs though? Because remember we went to that seafood boil in New Orleans, and I ain't know how to eat those. Like
those are ones from Maryland. They got those straight out the harbor. Those are like called blue crab, I believe, right? Where it's just you got the head of the crab. I had crab legs. We had crab legs, so it was snow crab. But I'll probably say, I don't know, snow crab or the king crab legs. I would say crab legs are my favorite.
As far as seafood?
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah. I ain't even gonna flex. Especially had king crab a couple of weeks ago. Boiled it, man. Once you get it once, like you really don't want to go back to snow crab. Cause I mean, you bust it open, that bitch slide out.
That's one of the best moments right there when it just slides out perfectly.
Yeah, fully intact, like dipping in the butter.
For sure, man. So, man, we got some topics for y'all today. Due to the current climate of everything that's going on right now, we already dealing with this virus, COVID-19, which is taking out people. Shoot, got cities on lockdown. I'm based out in Dallas right now. We like on phase 2, whatever that means. Kind of got the bars opened up, 50% capacity. And I heard Atlanta.
Shut that down, though.
Yeah, it's been a surge that went right back up. So they're about to shut everything back down again. You out there in Atlanta, right?
Yeah, man, it's crazy out here, man. I mean, Georgia, I mean, it's not as bad as Texas, Florida, and Cali, but we right behind everybody. I mean, I go to the store. I mean, it's just hella people not wearing masks. People be running up on you still, like, bro, back up 6 feet, like, you will get knocked out, like, for real. Like, this virus is very, very serious, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it might not be, the thing with this thing, though, is it might not be serious for you, but let's say you get around your aunt, your uncle, mom, dad, they're older. If they catch it, they could be in the hospital, like, snap a finger.
Man, facts, man. You ain't lying, man.
Boom. Like, it's
and I know you'll feel terrible if you the reason why your dang grandma in the hospital. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And so on top of that virus, we got a whole another virus that we've been battling, which is
you better not say it.
Police brutality.
What? My man said this was a new virus. They've been beating niggas' ass since the 1600s.
It for sure ain't new.
I mean, it's crazy. It's just when you try to explain it to people, it doesn't affect. They just cannot wrap their head around it. Like, they don't understand if I'm driving down the highway and I see a police, then it's like one eye is on the road, other eye is on the rearview mirror. Off rip. Like, and they're like, well, why do you do that? You didn't commit a crime. And that don't matter. Like, I don't have to commit a crime. Like, I've been pulled over multiple times where I didn't do nothing. Like, I wasn't even speeding. They just pulled me over just to pull me over. Like,
and I feel like black people, when we see them red and blue lights, it's like a feeling that we only feel.
Your heart sink, man. Yeah. Every time.
Very traumatic. Shit is crazy. But I will say, I am proud of our community for coming together with the protests. I mean, I'm against the looting and everything that was going on, but I mean, as far as protesting, coming together.
Hey, time out.
Well, what's up?
We're not even gonna get on the looting, because if you seen, that's one thing I hate. Because I was somewhere, I'll put it like that.
Okay.
And that's what they said too. They was talking about the looting, and I understand that, right? But if you watch most of the things on the front line, your social media, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, most of the people that are looting are not people, aren't black people. Like that.
You got these people on skateboards busting out windows. I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah,
we're not trying to rob the van store. I mean, come on now.
And the thing is, with looting, I mean, it's two parts to it. Like you, when it comes to police brutality, when it comes to racism in America, this has been going on for so long. And you have people that have been stuck in the house for 3 to 4 months. They're laid off from the jobs. They can't pay their rent. And then cops are still killing black people at the same rate. And people are fed up. People are absolutely fed up. So can you really be surprised when somebody's angry enough to not only loot, but to take the opportunity to get things that they need for their household or things that they wanted that they can't afford because of everything that's going on against them out of no fault of their own. I mean, they're just taking advantage of the opportunity.
Right. I mean, hey, some people see opportunity and they go for it, you know? I mean,
and
everybody, the thing is, I can't blame anybody how they react to something, you know? Yep. That's how they react to it. That's how they want to do things.
Exactly.
It is what it is.
Exactly. And the craziest part is that a lot of people in a certain community were more upset about people looting than black people getting killed.
Right.
Like, that's where you drew the line. You're like, oh, no, you cannot loot that. Nah, there's got to be a better way.
Why not just get to the problem of why they're looting, you know?
Yeah.
And why Colin Kaepernick took a knee.
Yeah. Like, you remember what Drew Brees said?
Oh, man.
That was wild. And I really, like, I just had to take a second to say that I really supported Drew Brees. My family's from Louisiana on my mom's side. So I always had a little bit of New Orleans Saint in me. And Drew Brees, I really liked him on the field. And before that, I thought I liked him as a person. I thought I did.
Hey, who that?
Yeah, you know, but when you come out and you say a statement that ignorant, during these times, it's like, come on, man. Like, you literally single-handedly ruined your whole team's locker room.
Right. The thing is, he doubled down on it. Because when Colin Kaepernick was kneeling, he was talking about, hey, I'm here for the flag. And it's not about the flag. But he was making it about the flag. And then now we have this instance, and he just doubled down on what he believed.
And when you think about it, how crazy do you sound that you care more, once again, you care more about a flag, a symbol that really isn't all that great when you look at the history of it, but whatever. But you care about a flag over the meaning of, hey, you know, I'm not even going against the troops or anything like that. It's just, hey, cops, can you stop killing us without repercussions? Like, that's all we were asking. We wasn't even really talking about racism that deep. We just want the police to stop killing us. You know what I'm saying?
Man, facts.
We're not even getting that deep in the systematic racism and how it's in every facet of our life, but we just want the police to just stop killing us. Like, that's it.
Facts. And these protests, you know, everybody online protesting and, you know, virtual protesting and in the streets as well, too. We got to keep the foot on the necks of these senators and everybody in legislation. We got to get some legislation passed to really fix this problem. So what do you think that needs to happen, Jeremy?
Man, off rip, what I think that needs to happen is, one, when it comes to investigations, for police brutality, that cannot be done by the police. Like, that's ludicrous to me. Like, how can you be the person doing the brutality? How can you be the one committing these acts and at the same time be the same one that's investigating it?
Okay, so like a third-party investigator.
Independent, third-party, non-affiliated.
Okay, so you'd be cool with the FBI doing it?
Well, I'm not even saying the FBI. I'm talking about an independent, not contractor, but you know what I'm saying. Not somebody within that police force doing it.
Yeah, not somebody in the precinct or whatever happened. Right. Okay.
Because, I mean, you got to think about it. Like, what was it with the Derek guy who killed George Floyd? How many complaints did he have against him for brutality?
Man, it was like 13, I believe. Yeah.
And every single one of them.
That's ridiculous. 13 complaints.
And then, you know, the crazy part is there's no transparency on what exactly happened either. It's just, we just know there are complaints, but we really don't know what really happened.
Facts. We don't know the real story of those complaints.
Yeah. So, two, that's the second part. So you got this independent body to actually go through these misconducts, right?
Right.
Two, there needs to be more transparency when it comes to the police force. I mean, it was one with Breonna Taylor. I don't know if you saw the report that they had gave out. I mean, it was just BS, man.
It was so vague. It just had so many holes and it just didn't make any sense.
It's so crazy to me. Like, you have a group of people who basically work for the law, work for the government, who have the power to drastically change people's lives. And the stuff they get away with if me or you were to do that at our job, we would be fired.
On the spot,
like, let me do an investigation at my job that not only lie, but is that vague. I will be in HR that day. Hey, Jeremy, I'm gonna have to let you go. Like for real, I mean, most jobs, think about it. Like, say you're working with somebody, right?
Right.
And they cuss you out or whatnot. You can't just go back and cuss them out and then expect no repercussions. But for police, it's almost like they always get an excuse. Oh, well, they was fearing for their life. He had a taser, so I had to shoot him with my gun. What? Like, man, are you serious? Like, he's running away with the taser. Did you really fear for your life?
Unarmed.
Well, the taser's still armed. I'll give him that. But
not deadly.
It's a taser.
Not deadly.
It's not a gun. It's a taser.
Not deadly. It's just been so many hashtags and new shootings. It's just hard to keep up with nowadays.
It is.
Yeah, you talking about the guy at the Wendy's, right? Rashad Brooks.
Yep. Yeah. Exactly.
It's coming out every day now. That's what we're experiencing. Man, I like that. I agree with what you said. We definitely need more accountability towards the police, third party investigation. I like that. I also think it needs to be more auditing done with the police, because if you got 13 complaints on one person, somebody needs to be looking into that. That don't make no sense.
Yeah. I mean, come on now.
All right.
If you had 13 complaints at your job, would you still be working there?
Come on now.
No.
Not at all.
No.
You out of there.
You'll be out of there, like ASAP.
And so what's been going around is everybody's talking about defund the police. And when I hear the word defund, I think of, a dictionary term, it means take away from completely. But it's not what people mean, right?
No, it's definitely not what they mean.
So what do they mean? They just mean taking a certain percentage and reallocating through the different things?
Say would be defund sounds better, but in reality, it needs to be reallocate the police dollars. Because my thing is, as cliche as it sounds, all cops aren't bad, yada, yada, yada. But a majority of them are bad because they let bad stuff happen and they don't speak up. But that's a story for another time.
Right.
But what they do need to do, so I was reading an article somewhere, it's so crazy that we call the police for literally everything. Mm-hmm. Like if somebody's having a mental health, domestic disputes, we call the police. Any type of criminal activity, we call the police. Mental health issues, we call the police. And to be honest, I try to look at every aspect of it. Most policemen, they aren't trained. They aren't trained at all.
You can't expect one guy to be able to handle all those different situations.
Because it's funny because we always say, police are the people who were bullied in high school and whatnot. And, you start to look around. Hey,
it's a partial truth in that. Partial, I'll say.
It's crazy though, man. It's real crazy out here. But
I was scrolling Instagram and somebody I follow was actually posting screenshots and they posted screenshots of Austin, the city of Austin's police budget. And so their total budget is $1,088,576,000. And guess how much total? That's the total of the city budget. So guess how much goes towards police? I just want you to guess out of that.
Probably about a good 60%.
Yeah, so 40% of that goes to it.
See, that don't make no sense, man.
So $434 million goes towards the police budget.
And when you think about the whole concept of police, right? When do you call the police most of the time? Just think about it. When something happens, right? After the fact. That's not really helpful. You're not getting to the root cause of why stuff happens. So you have a robbery, right? You call the police afterwards, yada, 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 go through all that good stuff. Cool. Well, let's say you dig deeper, right? Why do people usually rob people? Because they're broke and they're hungry and they need money. Why do they need money? more than likely they have a terrible job. Why do they have a terrible job? More than likely it's because they had a piss poor education system that didn't teach them how to be an adult.
Okay, you breaking down the system now. You in the system.
Yeah, it trickles down too, man. I mean, you've seen it. Like, people that's like older, like think 50, 55, 60, and you have a conversation with them, and you almost feel bad because they're still really immature for a person.
Right.
But they're old.
Right.
They have all these life experience, but when you have a conversation with them, you almost feel sorry because you're like, yo, like, the education system really lets you
education
down.
Definitely. Yeah,
lets you down.
I have people, I went to school with that are in jail now, robbing, murder charges. And also what you're talking about is kind of like older people, probably like, just lack of education or just, certain circumstances that they've been through it's rough.
It's rough, man. And back to the topic at hand, who does the education system most adversely affect? Ding, ding, ding. You got it right. Black people.
Black people.
Black people. If you look at the funding for most, like, quote unquote, they love to say inner city schools, but they just want to say black schools.
Yeah, politically
it's almost always significantly less than in quote unquote affluent areas, aka white people. And how did all these white folks get so much wealth? More than likely, it was passed down through real estate. Mm-hmm. Guess we couldn't get real estate in the 60s and the 50s, and before then,
couldn't get the loans and the mortgages, and couldn't get approved for it.
You see, yeah, it's deep. Like it's so crazy, it's like how deep it is. Like the system really works against. I'm not even gonna say people of color, black people specifically.
So yeah, you heard it from us, man. We definitely want the reallocation of the police's budgets. I'm definitely for that. You for that?
Oh yeah, most definitely.
I definitely will vote on that. So, man, so I was scrolling Instagram. There's a singer I follow. Her name's Kirby, and she posted this TikTok video to her Instagram that she created, and she was talking about how not to make a racist breakfast. And she started. I'm gonna play the clip.
Baby, you hungry? Let me fix you some breakfast. Aunt Jemima. Did you know the name Aunt Jemima means slave mammy of the plantation South? Did you know the founder, Chris Rutt, a white man, got the name after attending a minstrel show? Think blackface. Did you also know he hired former slave Nancy Green to be his very own Aunt Jemima, where she went around cooking pancakes and telling people stories of the good old South? And afterwards, they could take home a box of Aunt Jemima and that feeling of having their very own mammy. Not today. Black Lives Matter, people. Even over breakfast.
But she basically goes into how Aunt Jemima is a racist symbol and plays into the mammy figure back in the day. And this is something new to me. I never knew about this, but it exploded all over the internet. And Aunt Jemima, Quaker Oats, PepsiCo, they're working on rebranding the Aunt Jemima syrup line and pancake line. So that's crazy, man. What you think about that?
Man.
Well, first of all, do you use Aunt Jemima?
No, I use the cheapest syrup I can find. Not a big syrup fan, I'm gonna be honest. Uh-huh. But I used to use Miss Buttersworth. Okay. When you look at Miss Buttersworth, she really don't yell out racist. You know what I mean? But when you look at Aunt Jemima, that literally is. She reminds me of like a antique version of how that Popeyes lady is.
Okay.
Now it's not like she's like really super racist.
You chicken from Popeyes.
Yeah, but you watch it in the back of your mind, you're like, I don't know why, but this just feels racist. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't mean it is racist, but in the back of your mind, like, yeah, some don't sit right with me. Right. That's how it is to Aunt Jemima. Like, so the syrup really ain't that good either.
Yeah, I've had Aunt Jemima, but it's not like, oh, we gotta get Aunt Jemima syrup or the batter baking mix. I mean, it's super easy to make. When as far as it comes to pancakes, I'm not even a big fan of pancakes, but I mean, I'll eat them.
What?
I'm a waffle French toast type of guy.
Yeah, I think I'm kind of a French toast kind of guy now. I used to be a real big waffle guy, but French toast, man.
For real. Love me some French toast.
Mm-hmm.
So after 140 years, Quaker Oats will retire the Aunt Jemima brand and logo. They put out a statement: as we work to make progress towards racial equality through several initiatives, we also must take a hard look at our portfolio of brands and ensure they reflect our values and meet our customers' expectations. So after 130 years, in the climate that we in are today, I guess they finally realized that this is the right move to make.
But do you know why they did that, though?
Yeah.
Why?
I mean, because of everything that's going on now today. I mean,
no,
Black Lives Matter.
No. These companies don't care about it. Black Lives Matter has been going on for 2020. What was that? 2015 with Mike Brown?
Right. 2012.
Right. No, that's
I think it started in 2012 with Trayvon Martin.
Well, that's where it started, but Mike Brown's when it really started to get
everybody kind of really knowing about it, right?
But I will say, I think it's because of this time, because people have so much time on their hands, right? Because people are so fed up right now. If these companies don't do nothing, then they will see a material effect on their bottom line.
I agree. It's been a shift. It's a shift.
It's been and when I tell people the only thing more dangerous, and I would say the only thing more dangerous than racism is capitalism. And that's one thing. These people, money talks. I'll put it like that.
Facts.
Money,
you hit their pockets. Hey.
You see Starbucks. Oh, they not wearing no Black Lives Matter. That's too political. Then people got mad. I bet you that same week their sales went way down. They said, "Oh, hold on." They said, "Hold on, we might have to make an exception for that."
Facts. But the thing is, this is 130 years, so they knew the background of Aunt Jemima.
But they just overlooked it. Like what most people, if it doesn't affect somebody, most people overlook things like that.
Somebody in them offices had to know. But the thing is, it's just like, oh, okay, we not going to focus on this now. So it just took this for them to actually do this. So it felt like they just don't care, you know.
I say, man, money talks.
So money
talks.
That's the thing right now, and there's also a video that came out about the family of Aunt Jemima, or one of the Aunt Jemimas, because apparently there's like 6 of them. And they talking about they never got paid for this, or she never got paid for this. So take advantage of this woman back in the day, and never paid the family. I think the family deserves to get broke off something.
Sounds real familiar.
I mean, you profited off this logo and brand for so long, and the family doesn't get anything. It's crazy.
It's a wild world we live in, man. A wild, wild world.
So do you think any other brands have kind of racist undertones? Kind of seeing any stereotypes?
I've been told you that Popeyes lady is up there. Lady. She's top 5 easily.
Okay.
Definitely top 5. Who else is it? I would even say like the Applejack dude, the cinnamon dude.
The Jamaican guy.
I don't know why. Yeah, he's like a Rasta.
Yeah, he's Jamaican.
Yeah, I feel like I just feel like that's. I think it's the same thing where it's not really racist, but you watch it, you're like, something ain't right. Like,
but the thing is, I don't have anything. Like, I don't have a problem with a black person being the face of a brand. It's just that when it becomes a stereotype, is what I don't like. It's when it becomes a problem. That's when it becomes a problem.
But a Jamaican person with dreads acting like a Rasta isn't a stereotype.
Well, he's a cinnamon stick. He's a cinnamon stick, but he's Jamaican because he got dread. Yeah, he got dreads, but he's a cinnamon stick. But it's playing towards a Jamaican guy. Yeah, he is.
Man, get out of here.
So, I mean, I don't know what's going on with that. I don't really eat Apple Jacks like that. That is interesting. What about Uncle Ben's? Because they said they're going to actually rebrand their rice as well, too.
Now, I don't know the backstory about Uncle Ben's, so I can't really.
To me, he just looked like a dude from Louisiana. I mean, I don't know. It could be a backstory because he probably could have been a slave,
he really
or serving like, white folks.
My thing is, he just looked like an Uncle Ben. Like, I mean, there's no other way to describe him. Like, if you've seen him on the street, you're like, yeah, that's somebody's uncle, and his name is Ben. Like,
do you eat Uncle Ben's rice?
Not really.
Not really?
That junk expensive, G. That junk be expensive.
I got a rice cooker, so I just get the bag rice and put it in there. But I know a lot of people that do fuck with Uncle Ben's.
That boil in the bag because they don't know how to cook rice. That's a topic for another time.
Oh, man. All right. So what about Colonel Sanders?
Man, I ain't gonna lie. When you mentioned that question, he kind of popped up in my head. But I don't feel like he's very stereotypical though. Like especially towards anybody in particular. So I mean, he's cool in my book, to be honest.
Okay.
That's the Colonel. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. And the chicken, you fuck with KFC, right?
Absolutely not. What? I'm mad you asked me that.
You don't fuck with KFC?
Hell no.
But you fuck with the Colonel. Colonel cool.
Colonel cool, but his chicken ain't.
Okay, yeah, a lot of people don't fuck with KFC. Okay. All right, so what about the cream of wheat guy?
I don't eat no cream of wheat, man. I don't even know what he looks like.
Well, their company has also talked about rebranding as well, too.
But see, my whole thing is like, I'm cool with all the rebranding. I understand. That's really cool. But I really don't care, like, about rebranding. Instead of rebranding, why don't you throw some of that money that you're going to use to rebrand and throw it in the Black community so that we can start to thrive?
Hey, I'm not against that, definitely. Support some of these Black businesses, you know?
Yeah, you know what I mean? Do something like that. Put your money where your mouth is. I don't care. Like, I mean, it's cool. Okay, Aunt Jemima, yeah, that's, rebrand. But all right, so you're going to pay her descendants or what? Like,
right. And
it's like all these companies are doing everything but what really matters. Like, all right, you issued a statement. Cool. So you're going to open up your checkbook or what? Like,
that would help big. That's what really needs to happen. Put some finances in behind it. Put your money where your mouth is.
Yeah.
And so the family of Aunt Jemima also put out a statement, you take the logo away because it's offensive, but my Aunt Lillian was a beautiful, intelligent lady that had to do domesticated type of work to make a living. She also said, I just don't want that erased from our family history because it's almost like erasing a part of me. So, I mean, definitely play these people. I definitely think they're owed that. And so with all this going on, Master P, the rapper, has his own white rice that he's coming out with. I think I'm going to have to try that, definitely. Uncle P's Louisiana seasoned white rice. And he has his own line of noodles as well, too.
There's one thing, Master P, he going to get his bag.
Yeah. Definitely an entrepreneur. Shout out to Master P. Oh, yeah, man. I think that's a wrap, That's all I got today.
All in all, people, if you listen to this, just know racism is a terrible idea. If you think you're not racist, then you probably are. If you've never encountered a racist, then you probably are the racist.
Ooh.
That's really how it goes.
I just want to say, white people that do want to help, definitely white people that are allies, what can they do to help black people?
Once again, open up that checkbook. I won't even go. Okay, if you don't want to do that, all I'm gonna say is recognize that even though you may not see it, you still have white privilege.
Facts.
I think that's one thing.
Your privilege and use your privilege to help black people.
Yes, please recognize there are certain things that you can do because of the color of your skin that I simply cannot do because of the color of my skin. And the thing is that most people don't realize it's not bad that you have white privilege. Like, that's not your fault that other people are super racist. Mm-hmm. And that other people are going to give you that benefit of the doubt that they won't give anybody else because of the color of their skin. That has nothing to do with you, but just recognize it so that if you do end up in a place where you see a black person struggling because of racism, use your privilege to help that person out.
Facts. So shout out to all the foodies out there. Thank you for listening. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Till next time, peace.
Deuces.